maya-maya po, no, when you message on our FB live stream, pwede po kayong mag-post doon, mag-say hi, and then sabihin niyo po kung nasaang lugar kayo. Okay? So, sa ating mga nakikinig naman ngayon, relax at isa na naman pong isang health information ang inyong mahalagang health information ng inyong mapapakinggan at mapapanood ngayong hapon dito sa What's Up Doc. Okay? So, hindi na po natin patatagalin ngayong hapon. Yung pag-uusapan po natin syempre is you usually hear this or you see this, no, minsan sa restaurants, kumakain ka, no, para personal experience, tapos merong play area doon, tapos merong nakita kang bata ang kulit, no, it's yung medyo kulit ng bata more than the other kids, no, or minsan meron ka namang kakilala, for example, kumare ninyo na hindi yung attention ng bata medyo very short span, no? Ang bilis nung hindi makapag-focus, or whenever they're in the school, medyo ganun yung sinasabi ng teachers nila na parang hindi mapermi yung attention nung kid ninyo. Kung meron man po kayong kakilala o anak o kapatid o kapamilya na may ganitong situation, maganda po ngayong hapon na papag-uusapan natin ang bagay na ito, no? We call this ADHD. This is Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Ayan. So, ang ating makakasama ngayong hapon, syempre mapalad tayo na makasama yung isang specialista. Isa po siyang developmental pediatrician at mula sa
Cardinal Santos.
Right. Walang iba kundi si Dr. Jack Alexander Herin. Tama ba?
Good afternoon, Ryan. Kamusta po kayo?
Good afternoon, Doc. At syempre, makakasama din natin si Miss Jo Esteban, ang coordinator ng ADHD Society.
Yes, sir.
Of the Philippines. Hapon. Ayan, magandang hapon. Sige, si Miss Jo, lalong-lalo na mamaya, no, makakausap natin especially kung in terms of support,
yes,
and ano yung mga programa. Especially if you're parang you're a parent, tapos you feel like helpless, no? Wala kayong mapuntahan o mapagtanungan about dito. Alam mo pa naman dito sa Pilipinas, no, kahit sa programa naming Clinic on Air tuwing Thursdays ni Dr. Cecil Katapang, usapan namin yan. Dito sa Pilipinas, kung meron kang clinical situation o disorder na nakita, ang next to go to mo is yung kapitbahay mo. Tapos bibigyan ka ng advice ng kapitbahay mo, mali naman, no? Kinopya doon sa advice nila. Ngayon na modern times, hindi na kapitbahay, Google na po ang pinupuntahan nyo. Minsan medyo delikado po 'yon, no? So it's still best to consult yung ating mahal na mga doktor. Siyempre. Okay, Doc. Good afternoon ulit.
Hello, good afternoon.
Ayan. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Malapit na, 1 week to go.
Yes.
Tama, kasi weekend Christmas, no?
Yeah.
Oo. Yung ADHD, ano nga ba to? What is this? Ano ba yung can we explain it to na mas simple sa mga listeners and viewers natin?
Okay, so ang ADHD po or ang Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, ito po ay isang kondisyon kung saan ang isang tao, pwede siyang bata, pwede siyang teenager, pwede siyang adult, ay nagkakaroon siya ng challenges talaga when it comes to giving the correct amount or the appropriate amount of attention sa mga obligasyon niya. At times, pwede rin to, it could be that the person has difficulty controlling his impulses. Yung mga gusto niyang gawin, inuunahan niya bago niya pinag-iisipan na tama ba to, mali ba to, sige, sugod lang. So that's actually the simplest explanation I can give. Attention span and impulse control. Yan ang keywords natin.
Okay. Tapos, Doc, this is more kasi this is a disorder, no, from the name name itself. Ano siya? Mas neurological, ano ba to, motor?
I guess you could say it's a neurobehavioral. I mean, definitely behavioral. Meron talaga tayo mga hormones sa utak natin, sa katawan natin na nagko-control ng decision making, nagko-control ng how we go about our daily lives, and actually studies have shown talaga that there are some hormones in our brain talaga na medyo kulang yung effect when it comes to ADHD. So, this is where, yun na nga, we don't make the right decisions even if we have the good intentions, or sometimes we cannot really pay attention enough. We cannot give the proper attention to
So, ano to? Medyo, in terms of hormones, medyo kulang? Is it kulang? O...
I guess you could say it's more of the body doesn't handle it the way maybe you and I would do it. Diba?
Okay.
It's not as efficient for other people.
Okay. So parang hindi efficiently na ano. Alright. Ano pa yung kung inattention, short span, meron pa bang ibang symptoms that usually goes with it?
All right. Now, usually kasi it's very different for, let's say, a child, a school-age child, yung mga teenager, high school. So, let's say for the younger kids, syempre ang unang lalabas dyan talaga, pagiging hyper. More often than not, makikita mo yung mga lola na, ay nako, 90 na ako, hindi ko na talaga mahabol yung apo ko na 2-3 years old. But the problem is kasi, alam mo, kahit na hyper ka kuno, hindi naman automatic na may ADHD ka.
Oo nga daw, medyo misconception yan, di ba? Naku, hyper yan, may ADHD yung batang yan. Misnomer yun, di ba?
Actually, napag-isipan ko rin yan kanina. You know, when it comes to pagiging hyper, you really have to put it into context na yung tipong lahat naman tayo hyper at one point. Pero kung umaabot na po tayo sa punto na may naaapektuhan,
Yes.
di ba? That's when it becomes bad. For example, si Lola nga na 90, hindi na niya talaga mahabol yung apo niya. Pero kung ikaw ay ang isang nanay na, let's say, 25, 26, ay para sa'yo, hindi, ayos lang yan, kaya ko naman siyang i-handle eh. So, hyper ba siya o hindi? Hindi mo naman masasabi eh. So, I think when it comes to the point that there are people affected, that's why you always see it in school eh. Kasi sa school, yung mga school rules, tumatayo, nakikipag-away, lumalabas. These are things na may rules na talaga bawal, pero ginagawa pa rin nila.
So goes beyond what is kumbaga yung order.
Oo, it goes beyond what is, well,
parang halimbawa yung norms ba or something like that.
Kung siguro what we set as dapat.
Kasi pag if it's efficient, when we say it's efficient, susunod.
Yes.
Or at least you can actually control it.
Kasi for example sa school, ang likot ng bata habang naglalaro, ang ingay, pero recess time naman eh. O di ayos lang.
Oo, tama, di ba?
Pero pagdating sa school,
tahimik
pagdating ng class, tahimik, nakikinig si teacher, wala tayong issue. Pero kung sa school yan, tumatayo, nagpapaalam magbanyo, hindi na bumabalik, ayun, doon tayo may problema.
Okay. Pero ang question is, kailan ba, may particular age ba na kung saan nagsisimula ito? Kasi like, there are other hormone-related or neurobehavioral na di ba? Bata, adult ba to?
Well, I guess the best way to say it is, ang ADHD, you're born with it. It's a way of life. To be fair, people say it's a disorder, but for me, it's a way of life eh. No one, whether you got it from your mom, your dad, or this is something totally new, we're born with it. But since the first symptoms usually are attention, are hyperactivity, nakikita mo yan maybe 2 or 3 or even 4 kasi likot nga ang una mo nakikita tumatakbo. When this child goes into school, you can see maybe two different kinds of kids. There are some kids na malikot nga, but there are some kids na parang tulala sa school, hindi nakikinig, nagda-daydream. This is the inattentive type.
So merong ganon. Parang medyo extreme opposite nga yan, ano?
Pero a lot naman actually have both eh. So inattentive sila at malilikot din sila.
Okay.
So as you grow older, ayun, siguro na nababawasan, Ma'am Jo, ang pagiging hyper. Kasi siguro pati tayo na naman nagmamature na, ay mali yan. Sige, so nagsisimba tayo, hindi na ako masyadong tatayo. Pero kita mo pa rin yung kamay niya, diba, nag-fidget pa siya. Pero baka inattentive rin siya, sermon ng pare, nakaganon lang siya, hindi siya talaga nakikinig. So yan, that's moving up. Teenagers, maybe may problems sa school. Or problems with relationships. Kasi remember, when you give attention or you fail to give attention, it's not just naman school eh. Pati relationship sa isa't isa. Napapansin mo ba na nai-ignore mo na ang partner mo? Or you are not that sensitive? Pwede rin naman ganun eh. Diba? And of course, as they grow older, yung mga adults naman, there are some adults who really have a hard time coping with their responsibilities. Mamaya na, gagawin ko na ito mamaya, hindi na gagawa. Or, sige, so, some people cannot hold on to their job. Some people miss their deadlines. This is the adult, maybe type of ADHD. It still gets them into trouble, di ba?
Pero usually, Doc, nagsimula yan since nung bata sila.
Well, since they were as young as possible,
talaga
diba?
Kasi di ba pag bata, usually kung 2 to 3 years old nga nagmamanifest ito, yung parents, medyo hindi yan pinapansin masyado, di ba? Kasi akala, normal lang na likot ng bata yan. At wala namang masyadong ini-impose na control. Makulit lang yung anak. But, yung patients ba that you come to, that comes to you, anong age usually sila pumupunta sa'yo? Or when does the parents decide to bring the kids to you?
Okay. Well, Well, first of all, let me just say na, ang ADHD kasi, kadalasan, meron din yan mga ibang kasamang mga kondisyon.
Okay. Sige,
so,
yun muna, Doc. Sige,
so for example, ang ADHD minsan, meron din silang kasamang mga language delays. Okay? So, pag language delay yan, syempre, mas bata. 2, maybe 3. Pag pumapasok na sila sa preschool, hindi sila masyadong magaling magsalita. Tapos, yun nga, makulit din sila sa school or hindi sila sumusunod. For those that actually speak fairly well, meron din naman mga school age siya, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, hirap naman sila magbasa or wala silang interest, ayaw magsulat. Di ba? This naman could be indicative na meron siya mga learning disabilities or learning difficulties. Nakasama rin yan sa...
so this is still part of ADHD?
Well, ano yan? Usually, may percentage talaga na kung ma-diagnose mo ng ADHD, big chance na makikita mo rin siya with it. Not everybody. Some people are just ADHD lang. Some people may learning difficulties lang. But a good chunk really, makikita mo na magkasama yan.
Okay.
Kasi syempre, di ba, pag hindi ka nagbibigay ng sapat na attention sa school, so hindi mo masyadong natututunan yung o pinakikinggan o nauunawaan yung sinasabi ng teacher. At since hindi mo na nauunawaan, wala ka masyadong interest sa ginagawa mo.
Delay din yung learning.
Since ganun din, habang nag-lecture ng teacher mo, hindi ka talaga nagbibigay ng attention. So, actually, paikot-ikot lang yan eh.
Kausal yung effect nun, di ba?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, tapos, yun nga, so, ito may mga kasama pang ibang disorders. And then, pag napapansin na ng parents, it's the time ba that they go to you? And then,
so, kung language ang issue nila, they usually see them at 2, 3, 4.
Oo.
But, kung likot lang or kung likot, actually 5 eh. Pwede pa yan eh. Yung kakapasok lang sa preschool, grade 1. Pero kung inattentive, ayun, siguro nakikita ko pa yan, 6, 7, 8. Bakit? Yun nga, inattentive eh. Wala ka namang ginagawang masama. Hindi ka lang talaga masyadong nagpa-participate or ano. So, ang na-affect dun, yung grades ng bata.
Kaya dinadala na. Kasi may result na nakikita na ano
kaya
bang
lang
problema.
kasi, di ba, pag kinder o prep o grade 1, wala kang masyadong ginagawa. I mean, ayoko naman sabihin wala kang ginagawa sa school. Pero,
but it's really play eh.
Yeah, it's play eh. So, pero pagdating na talaga sa, kailangan mong magbasa, kailangan mong intindihin, ang dami ng assignment, dito talaga nagpe-fail yung coping skills ng bata. Kaya doon lumalabas. Maybe grade 2, grade 3.
Tapos malalaman lang ng parents because nagma-manifest sa grades.
Yes.
Or pinatatawag ng teacher.
Principal,
Saka hindi nakaka-comply sa requirements.
Ayun.
Kasi nakalimutan.
Okay.
Or nakagawa siya pero hindi niya naipasa sa tamang date. So, failed na siya.
Tapos, pero, does it okay, sige, let's go to lang kasi we were talking about the symptoms. No? Any other symptoms na...
Okay, so let's break it down. Kasi diba we were talking na ang ADHD, meron talagang inattentive type, meron tayong hyperactive type. So, pag inattentive type, so pwedeng ganito, sa school or sa bahay, kahit na nag-aaral po kayo, careless yung bata. Ay, nagmamadali parate, gusto na lang niya ibigay para tapos na. At tapos pagtingin mo, kuya, mali ang pagkopya mo. Or tamang pagkopya mo, mali ang pagkasagot mo. Gusto mo bang i-check muna yung answers mo? Okay na mami, tapos na ako. Pagtingin mo, puro mali. Even if you know na, kaya naman niya sagutin eh. Nagmamadali lang. 2, minsan alam mo yung pagkausap mo yung anak mo na parang kausap mong pader. Ang dami mo nang sinabi.
Pero wala lang.
O kaya minsan nga, hindi nga eh. Tapos walang nangyari.
Yes.
Pangatlo, masunurin naman na bata. Pwede naman ganun eh. Hindi naman masunurin na bata, binigyan mo ng 5 utos. Nagawa na niya yung una, pangalawa, pangatlo. Pagdating sa pang-apat, ano ulit yun? Hindi ko na talaga maalala eh. Or gagawin niya pero napaka-haphazard. Hindi niya talaga maayos ng...
Parang careless something. Tapos, alam niyo mga ka-Itrimedia, mahalaga na pinag-uusapan natin ito, especially when we talk about ADHD and its symptoms, yung inattentiveness, tapos yung yung activity, no? Dahil minsan, mas kawawa if we don't understand this, mas kawawa, 'di ba? Sinisigawan natin yung mga anak na bobo, tanga, tamad. Ano ba, hindi ka nakakaintindi, mahina, ganyan. Potentially pala these are already symptomatic na nga ito nung ADHD, 'di ba?
Right.
Or biniblame mo yung ibang mga bagay, di ba?
Yes.
So, importante.
Yeah, the problem is, as you grow older, napaka-importante ang self-esteem ng bata. Siya naman talaga, wala naman siyang mali siya eh. Talagang hindi niya nagagawa. Nakakalimutan niya talaga. So, tinutukso mo nga, syempre pinapagalit mo pa sa bahay, at talagang bumababa ang self-esteem. So pag siya mismo, feeling niya wala rin siyang silbi,
Yes.
hindi talaga nag-i-improve yung bata. Nadadagdagan mo pa maybe signs of depression or
Yes.
anxiety.
Yes.
Pag kailangan niya pumasok, nag-iiwas na ng teacher, nag-iiwas na ng mga kaibigan, dating kaibigan.
So patong-patong na. So lalo
Patong-patong na.
nagko-complicate. Med kawawa yung bata, ano?
Okay.
Doc, question. Is this genetic?
Actually, it is. You do see it in a lot of families. Okay, hindi naman kailangan na mommy mo dapat meron, lola mo dapat meron. But you actually do see it eh. Hindi baka hindi sila diagnosed. At kadalasan nga sa henerasyon ngayon, hindi nga diagnosed sa henerasyon natin o sa henerasyon ng magulang natin. Kasi maybe at the time, yun na nga.
Maliwala lang yan.
Malikot lang eh. Diba? But you actually, I've had patients talaga, kausap mo, alam mo yung bata, mukhang meron, kita mo yung nanay, kita mo yung tatay, okay, may pinagmanahan nga.
Ganun, di ba? Mana-mana. Pero
Mana-mana lang yan. Totoo naman yun. And that's okay. Like I said, it's a way of life eh. Kung lahat naman kayo hindi kasing organized ng ibang family, that's okay. But you fix it. Para you don't come out na may nadadamay. Di ba? So, that's about it. Yes, it's genetic. Or for some parents who will insist na, wala talaga sa amin, wala rin sa kabila. Baka talaga, nung nagsama lang talaga, new combination.
So may ganon ding effect.
I guess it's possible, yeah.
Any other causes? Yan. May mga iba pa bang other causes than genetic?
You know, we always talk about genetics and environment. And to be fair, that's true. But it's not one or the other. Ano siya talaga? Kombinasyon. So for example, may potential ka talaga kasi talaga may pinagmanahan. Pero kung talagang I raised you in a household na napaka firm tayo, we have a strict set of rules, hindi kahit papano I would be more comfortable thinking na hindi tayo masyadong magsistray. Okay? And we live by a certain number of rules. Kaya naman eh. And maybe that's why some of us na potentially, hindi tayo nadadiagnose. So hindi tayo masyadong...
Kasi mas nakokontrol nung
kaya ng
environment, nung nature mo.
Now, if you go back naman the other way, pwede rin naman na wala kang genes at all, pero you live in a household na walang roots. Bahala ka kung anong gusto mong gawin. Ayos lang. So pati risk-taking behavior habang tumatanda, hindi pinapagalitan. Wala talagang pakialam. So syempre you'll do those things also.
Yeah, kasi minsan pag yung area mo, I mean even where you live or so parang minsan 'di ba may term silang galaw-gaw or kasi yun yung nakikita mo outside, 'di ba? Medyo walang order. And
kasi ideally, ADHD is clinical, meaning hindi mo talaga hindi mo pwede i-CBC yan, makikita mo. Diba? It's very subjective based on, let's say, yung parent o yung teacher or even yung doctor, kung anong opinion niya. Which is why, pag ganun, you really go to the core of it na what are the things that we can do.
Okay, sige. So, bago tayo magpatuloy sa ibang discussion on or topic, sa mga ka-A-Try Media natin, meron ba kayong mga katanungan, So, based on the initial discussion natin or even yung mga nasa isip ninyo, you can participate. Pwede kayo mag-text sa ating text line 0917 100-8586. Again, 0917-100-8586. Pwede din kayong tumawag sa ating hotline 412-0288. Again, 412-0288 at 997-7589.
Right.
997-7589.
Balikan ko lang pala. Meron pa mga symptoms. Really quick lang.
Sige.
So, balikan lang natin, yung mga ibang inattentive symptoms. Pag kailangan mag-isip, pwede ba ako sumagot muna ng 3 dito sa assignment ko? 3 muna, tas kain muna ako. O kaya ihi muna ako. Pwede rin ganon. Pwede rin kasi sa school, parating nawawala. O anak, 3 box ng Mongol pencil na to. Ba't nawawala parating ang mga pencil mo? O nasa na ang water jug mo? Baunan mo, naiwan mo na naman. So these things are also inattentive symptoms. Siguro pag ang magulang kaya niya sabihin yung anak niya, burara. Ayun. Yan yun.
May ganun din.
Yeah, that's something. Tapos yung pangalawa is impulsive. Hyperactive impulsive. Ito siguro yung mas nakikita sa school. Pag hyperactive impulsive, kita mo talaga sa galaw-gaw. Pag nakaupo sa school, parating may gumagalaw na kamay, may gumagalaw na paa.
Or nananakit.
Nananakit, pwede rin. Okay?
So yung pagiging, pwede ba na pag manifestation din yun ng nabubuli-bully sa ibang classmates?
Well, hindi.
Or iba naman yun?
Hindi, wait. Just to clarify, kasi pag sinabi mong bully, unang-una, kailangan pa ulit-ulit.
May intent, Merong,
diba? So, hindi porket one day lang kita kilala, mali ang akala mo sa akin, automatic na binuli kita. Diba? So, it has to be something that you can see that has been repeated. There is a distinct intent to hurt over time.
Okay.
But yun nga, sometimes kasi even those who do not think about their actions before they do it, they can hurt na hindi nila sadya, but you
unintentional pero
Oo.
nakasakit ng tao.
Alright, so going back, hyperactivity, leaving their seats, maraming ganon.
Ayun, yung palipat-lipat.
Oo, nandyan na nga yung teacher, tatayo siya, nandyan siya, naglalakad sa likod.
Okay.
Diba? That's one. You can see, hindi sila marunong maglaro ng quiet lang. Alam mo, I mean, diba, there are times na, nasa simbahan kayo, di alam mo, dapat bumulong ka lang. Mami, pahingin ng tubig! Even when you know that you're supposed to be, or even malakas talaga magsalita. I think that's it. You're not thinking about what you have to do or who are the people around you. People who blurt out answers, Mama, seka, kausap ko muna yung tita mo. Hindi, pero ma, pahingi naman ng pera dyan, sandali lang, kausap ko si Ma!
Yung nagpe-pester, no? Talagang andyan, may kausap yung parents, ganyan, kulit ng kulit.
Yeah, those who cannot wait their turn. There are, basta sa hyperactivity and impulsivity, it still boils down to, hindi ko muna pinag-isipan na maayos. Diba? Ganun na lang yun.
And then, pwedeng consequential nga yung pwedeng makasakit nga ng tao, but kasi hindi nila napag-iisipan nga yun. So,
Right.
as a result of their action. Yun. So, yun, mag-aantay kami sa inyong mga questions, no, mga ka-A-Try Media, no, habang andito si Doctor para mapag-usapan natin yung ADHD. Doc, ito na. So, nakita natin yung mga symptoms. They feel that their kid has one,
Sure.
no? What do they do?
Okay. The first step really is, we were talking with Ma'am Jo kanina, the first step for any parent, you want to be empowered, you have to be aware. Diba? Kung nakikilala nyo na may problema, you just tell yourself na, hindi mo na kailangan sabihin na ADHD You just have to admit to yourself na, okay, I think I am not comfortable with this. I think I have to have my child seen. Yun lang yun eh. 'Di ba? If you can do that, you've empowered yourself already. 'Di ba? Nagdesisyon ka na eh na may gagawin ka. When you do that, the first person you go to be fair, your pediatrician. Hindi nga developmental pediatrician kailangan.
Kasi yung pedia naman nila, they're the usual, yung talagang pinupuntahan nila
right.
on a daily,
ang
on a
pedia
regular
ang
basis.
nakakilala sa'yo mula nung baby ka hanggang So talaga nakikita kanya talaga kung malikot o hindi o ano. And pediatricians are very good or are supposed to be very good at giving counseling. Diba? They counsel you about the family's problems. Kilala rin nila yung mga kiliti ng nanay at tatay kung ano yung mga naging issue na mag-asawa minsan na baka nagbibigay, that can affect also. So they are the first persons you go to. Now, if they feel na, oo nga, mukhang may problema tayo, then probably they would refer to us. Some refer to psychologists. Some refer to maybe child or adolescent psychiatrists. That's not a problem. That's a stigma nga we want to take out dito sa Pilipinas na hindi porket sinabi mo psychiatrist, may problema.
Isa pa yan.
Yeah. So, whether it's a developmentalist, a psychiatrist, or even a psychologist, we are all the same, all on the same team. We're here to help you. So, ideally, we start with a pediatrician because before we were developmentalists, we were pediatricians too.
Yes.
Diba? And that's the thing we want to promote to all the pediatricians out there na don't be afraid to talk to the parents.
Yun ang isa talagang kailangan natin sa Pilipinas, yung acceptance and empowering yourself first to accept na baka merong something, baka merong mali. So, and kung nakakakita ka na nga ng symptoms, may stigma kasi na parang baka ADHD. Lalong hindi nila sinasabi. So sinasabi hindi, normal yan. Merong denial na, no, normal yan. Bata lang yan. So that's the thing, no. So pupunta sa doktor, they tell their pediatricians, and then, anong tawag dito? Then what happens next?
Alright. So let's say, si Pedro meron. We feel that he fits the criteria for ADHD. He's having problems in school. So then we refer out also. So for example, kung ang problema natin behavior lang, we do refer out to behavioral therapists, pwedeng OT. For those who have language issues, we refer out also to a speech therapist. To a speech therapist. Some kids may be extreme already that they may require medications for it. And in fact, guidelines usually say that you do behavioral therapy plus medications talaga. You do need a method by which you can control the child's attention. Excuse me. And you also need good habits to support that. Diba? So you could have good habits pero talagang hirap ka mag-focus, mahihirapan ka. Yes. Or you could have good control pero you don't have the wisdom really to to make the right decisions. Di ganun din. So you need both behavioral therapy and ideally medications. Now maybe when you're a little younger, I understand so many parents are gamot. 5 years old lang anak ko, ayoko nga. And
So may options sila.
Na well, at the end, in the end, it's always the parents' call. But as a doctor, I will recommend it strongly. So I will say na I would strongly recommend na magsimula po tayo.
Okay.
In the end kasi, di ba?
Yeah. Doc, sige. Ipagpapatuloy natin ang discussion natin no, na ADHD. Magbabalik muna ang What's Up, Doc?
Tri-Media Pro Incorporated.
This is 8 TV.
G'day, I'm Board Explorer from Davao City. Did you know that the rainy season also ushers in the season of the mosquitoes? Stagnant water brought by constant LPAs or low pressure areas provide a perfect breeding ground for Calicidae or lamok. 5, 6, 7 pissed.
Mapicon, what is your emergency?
Who's there?
Kimatiyansa po para sa Mapicon. Ligtas na po kayo. Para sa problema sa daga, ipis, anay at lamok, tawagan ng Mapicon.
Ang dami ng peke sa world. Pati ba naman puti mo? Peke din? Para totoong puti, mag Myra Vita White Moisturizer. May vitamin E at natural plant extracts to help nourish skin for that healthy white glow. May double sunscreen na, non-sticky pa. Ito ang totoong healthy white glow. From Myra Vita White Moisturizer. Yan ang alagang holistic.
Trusted quality healthcare. Unilab yan.
What does it take to discover something great? Easy. Discover Corregidor with Sun Cruises. And get ready for the ultimate escape.
This program is brought to you by Tri-Media Pro Incorporated.
Okay, nagbabalik kami sa What's Up, Doc. Ako muli si Ryan George, pansamantalang umahalili kay Miss Avi De Vierte at pinag-uusapan natin ang ADHD. Kanina, no, sabi ni Doc Jack na importante that you actually pagpunta ninyo sa doktor. Okay, first, empowerment muna and acceptance that when you see the symptoms, kailangan you go to your pediatricians and tell the pediatricians na ito yung situation ng inyong anak. And then, when we start the therapy, depende sa kung ano yung pangangailangan, no?
Yeah.
But importante, sinasabi nga ni doctor na the guidelines is actually saying na kailangan it's both a medication,
That would be,
the ideal treatment, medication and kung
And
ano mang
therapy. Yes.
intervention.
Right.
So pwedeng, language kanina, no? Yun yung mga manifestation o kung ano man yung attention. Doc, before we came back, tinatanong ko, pag sinabi ng parents na hindi, itong intervention lang, ganun, anong effect nun?
Well, syempre I respect that, pero it will be less than optimal. So, ang halimbawa na naiisip ko talaga, it's like reading a book na kailangan mo na salamin, hindi mo sinuot. Mababasa mo rin, pero it will take you longer. It will be harder for you. It will be more of a challenge. As it is na nga, as you grow up, you want your child to develop what he needs. The longer you take, the harder it will be also.
Pinahirapan, pero parang pinahirapan mo pa, no? Hindi mo pa kinumpleto na, you're helping it, but hindi
mo
pa
pa
kinumpleto.
nilubos-lubos.
Right. So, like intervention, we were talking about it. Behavioral therapy will give your child, let's call it good habits na lang. So, through repetition, you encourage the correct behavior, you discourage the behavior na hindi mo gusto. Medication, wala yan sa behavior, wala yan sa gusto o ayaw. Basta chemically na focus ka. Kasi gamot lang yan eh. You need both. Kailangan mo talaga good behavior supported by good habits. If you have one or the other only, magagawa mo yung trabaho mo, pero 'di ba? Hindi nga siya optimal.
Hindi optimal. Yung doon tayo magano sa yung treatment. Ano yun, Doc? Is it like is it orally taken by the kid? Is it an injection?
Okay. Well, if you want to talk about oral medications, methylphenidate, which is a stimulant, it's usually the the first line that you usually give. Yes, it is a capsule or a tablet, depending. There is a short-acting dose or a long-acting dose, depending on how old the child is. Siyempre, pag grade 1 or kinder lang, half day lang eh. Diba? And if there are grade schoolers, high schoolers na whole day, ideally you give the long-acting. So yun, pwedeng tablet, pwedeng capsule.
Ayun, so kung depende sa need. Alright. But when they start taking it, ano na ba yun? Is it like, do they take it forever?
No. Well, siguro, it depends kasi yung mga adult Yung mga adult type, maybe I would defer to yung mga adult psychiatrists for that. But ideally for me, I would like the child to take it for several years. Okay? You want to build the habit not the habit of taking the med, but the good habits you want to instill in the child.
Yes, kasi sabi nga natin, pares dapat yan lagi.
At hindi mo magagawa yan ng iinom ako, magte-therapy ako, 2 linggo lang. Okay? Ako personally, in my practice, I ask parents to commit to at the very least 6 months to 2 years. I can't force everyone. It's syempre may there's financial need, there's and all that stuff. But I want them to try it. Why? I want them to see, I want the parents to see na buong taon kaya nila i-sustain yung mental effort or the attention or the good behavior that they want.
Yes.
'Di ba? If I just say 6 months, pagdating ng summer wala na. So personally, Christmas break ngayon, I'd like them to continue. Holy Week, sige lang. Summer, tuloy lang. Why? Because you learn something new every day.
Yes.
Hindi ka naman mag-aaral pag may exam lang eh. Diba? So parang gano'n. That follows the same ideal train of thought. Diba?
Sa ibang adults naman, kunyari, magle-lecture. Kasi maraming professional, merong lawyer, may teacher.
May doktor.
So pag kunyari magle-lecture siya, so 2 hours or 3 hours, so magti-take siya ng med para makafocus siya sa lecture niya.
Okay.
Ayun. Sa adult yun.
Yeah. Diba? But I guess it goes to need and it goes to the severity of your symptoms. Kung gaano siya nahihirapan. Kung hirap na hirap talaga siya.
Yes.
But these are not things kasi that you take by yourself. Ideally, you would like the doctor's advice as to how long you should be taking it, when can I take it, when can I not take it. Siguro after a period of several years na alam na natin na medyo stable na ang behavior ng bata, hindi ka na tayo na problema sa school, wala nang away, ang attention talagang okay, hindi na masyadong malikot, then maybe we could negotiate with the parents na okay, let's try ngayong summer o ngayong Christmas break, sige, tigil muna natin, tignan natin kung kumbaga kumapit na ang good habits. Kung medyo okay, I'm sure naman pag tinanggal mo yung gamot, meron pa rin konting but for the most part, kung walang problema, then we're good.
And then pwede nang stop.
Unti-unti. Yeah. But if symptoms start again, then we talk about it again. Yun lang naman yun eh. Negotiating.
Yeah. Well, kasi tama yun. Yun, siguro the reason why I also ask that, aside from letting them know na how long does it take, is that importante that when they make a decision really, that it's as important as yung experience itself nung bata, nung anak nila, no? Kasi kung ititigil, hindi ka committed din doon, at biglang kung ngayon lang i-take, hindi naman bukas, wala ring alam mo yung learning process niya or yung development of the good habits, hindi rin talaga matutuloy. Hindi rin tama yung pag-develop. Okay, may iba ba? May cases ba? I don't know if Doc or Miss Doc can answer na may cases ba na committed naman sila and they take it up to adults? Meron ganon? Tuloy-tuloy? O hindi na? Pagdating na ng wala na. I mean, they can
kasi
control it already. Na-manage na.
Na-manage na nila eh. So, pagdating ng adult, pag talagang hirap, magte-take pa rin.
O, as ano na lang?
Yes, oo. As needed.
Okay. Sige, Doc. Until what age ang you usually na-handle nyo na patients as a developmental pediatrician?
Well, to be fair, the pediatric age group is until 19. But to be fair, I've seen some kids, I have some individuals who are as old as 30, 31, 32, but not necessarily for ADHD. So pwede naman for other neurodevelopmental issues. But I guess if I were to talk about ADHD alone, maybe when that kid hits 19 or 20, I would probably transfer of service na lang sa isang adult psychiatrist who would be better equipped to deal with
Behavior.
Diba? The behavior.
Okay. Sige. So, ako ngayon parent. So, ayan na pwedeng I've heard or nagpunta ako sa doctor, and then the doctor told me na merong ADHD or ganyan, ito yung mga kailangan. Then suddenly, well, I had that courage to actually tell the doctor about the symptoms and all. Biglang nung sinabi sa akin, yung ano ko is parang biglang nawala naman ako bigla ng pag-asa, or mas lalo akong anxiety. Nag-grow ang anxiety kasi you don't know how to parang feeling mo kakaiba yung kid mo or something, no? Are there any support groups, or this is the society actually
ang ADHD,
help them with that?
Yeah, oo. Ang ADHD Society, sabihin ko lang kung ano kami, ha?
Sige.
Papakilala ko lang kung ano kami. ADHD Society of the Philippines is a parent-based organization where support for persons with ADHD is accessible to ensure the full attainment of their God-given potentials. We provide support groups to individuals with ADHD, families, and professionals who work with them through family empowerment, advocacy, and networking with stakeholders. So, meron kaming support group, mga parents ito.
Okay.
Yeah,
so ano yung ginagawa ni
support group?
Support group.
Oo, sa support group nandito yung mga magulang ng iba't ibang edad ng mga anak nila. And then meron kaming isang facilitator na nagbibigay ng encouragement. May mga topics assigned.
Okay.
Oo, kung ano talaga yung need ng isang bata or adult, ganyan. Pero karamihan talaga children yung nag-aano sa amin. Mga parents with mga 15 below.
So most parents with kids na diagnosed with ADHD, and then may mga sessions, may mga learning sessions.
Oo, meron kaming ang support group kasi ang first hour niya magpapakilala muna ganyan, tapos mag-share na sila ng mga problems nila. And then after nun, yung facilitator magdi-discuss na ng topic kung ano yung naka-assign for the month.
Ano yung mga usual topics that you discuss with the parents?
Dito dinidiscuss minsan yung mga batang merong depression. So, tuturuan yung parents how to handle their kids with depression. Yung iba naman, pag may problema sa school, kung minsan kasi mga facilitator teachers din, mga SPED teachers. So dinidiscuss doon kung ano yung maitutulong nila sa anak nila. Ganon. So, may
for
mga
the kids, meron din bang program ang ino-offer?
Sa ngayon, wala kami. Pero usually to every summer, meron kami activities.
Sige. Bago lang, later we'll discuss on how can they get in touch with you and all. No? Doc, babalik lang ako kay Dr. Jack. No? Kasi during the break we were discussing about pwedeng hormonal, pwedeng yung cause nung ADHD. No? Are there other factors na during na pwede pang mag-aggravate noon, like yung mga like smoking or addiction,
risk factors na lang.
Risk factors.
Okay, so we talked about genetics, so yun. So mana-mana. Alright. Aside from that, of course, there is cigarette smoking, alcohol use, drug use. There's a bigger chance talaga na the child in the womb may get some of the toxins diba? And absorb some of that. During pregnancy, we try to take care of the mom as much as possible. So, there may be some others who maybe have some other illnesses also, or so have a lot of stress, marriage, work, and sometimes if the pregnancies are not exactly planned well, what I mean, maybe this can also affect on some level. Kasi the stress on the mom also, the stress of the family on her. If you want to talk about it, there are also sometimes hindi naman sadya, but some pregnancies end early. Mga preterm babies, 6-7 months. There are some kids who actually push to have behavioral issues or learning issues when they grow older. Not everyone, but definitely if your child is preterm, 6, 7, 8 months, it's something good to watch out for. Diba?
Pero Doc, when you say, example, the symptom of yung medyo late development sa kid, manifestation, does not always mean that it's ADHD. Pwedeng ibang developmental condition.
So, usually, when the child is from birth to 1 year, ang habol natin, motor skills, galaw, takbo, nakakatayo na ba yung anak mo, nakakalakad na ba siya ng maayos. By the time you hit maybe 1, 2, 3, you're looking at language. Ilang salita na siya, ilang salita kada pangungusap. Marunong ba yan marunong na ba yan sumagot? Hindi. How well can the child communicate and how well can the child understand? And then as you grow older, learning skills na talaga, academics and stuff like that. So, you know, you look at different things at different ages. Not everything has to be ADHD. There are some kids talaga na language lang ang issue nila. There are some kids who are across the board delayed. Pati motor skills, hindi sila nakakagalaw. Well, yun, isa pang area by which you could have maybe attention deficits or problems, brain injuries. I mean, these things happen.
Parang trauma.
Diba?
May trauma. Okay. So, yun. So, importante magpunta sa doktor and then have it check, no? Hindi magpuntang Google at mag-check ng symptoms and then forever be paranoid about it or lalong wala kang gagawin, no? So, okay. Doc, ano muna tayo? Bati muna kami sa ating mga viewers na masugid nating nanonood. Hello kay Ann Ramos Pabilin na ating ka-Try Media sa Facebook. Hello Marilyn Radana, Jeanette Layar. Hello po sa inyo. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsusubaybay sa atin dito sa FB live stream natin. At ulitin po natin sa mga nakikinig sa atin sa radio, pwede ho kayong mag-text sa ating text line 0917-100-8586 0917-100-8586 at pwedeng tumawag sa hotline 412-0288 412-0288. Pwede din po kayong mag-tweet sa amin sa Twitter at 8Try Media at pwede din ninyong makita yung mga ibang programa ng 8Try Media sa www.8trymedia.com. Ayun. So after nitong so ayan na we go back to the support group. Ma'am, tell us more about the society. NGO, this is an NGO. Tapos paano ako magiging member ba ako niyan or magiging how do I get to participate?
Ang pag-join naman ng support group, wala tong bayad. Yung pag-join ng support group.
Yes.
Meron kaming schedule every month sa iba't ibang lugar. Ayun. Pero kung magpapa-member ka sa ADHD Society, meron yan bayad. Kasi pag kami mga seminars kami, discounted ka. Let's say 600 yung seminar, so discounted ka ng mga 200 or 100 pag member ka.
Pag kailangan ka so may option ka.
Yes.
So yung when you want to be an active member and then you'll be parang makatulong ka na rin sa ibang mga parents and then people with
we encourage them na magpa-member kasi walang funding support ang society. So kailangan namin ng funds. So dun sa funds na yon, dun lang kami nagkakaroon ng mga programs. So kailangan kaming tumakbo.
Tama naman yon.
Yes, opo.
But yes, Doctor.
No, I was just going to say, in terms of support programs first, what my experience also sa clinic, what you really need is good communication sa family.
Yeah.
Diba? Definitely support groups are very good, but before you get there,
bahay muna.
Parents muna. You cannot just have one parent doing everything or both parents not doing anything, si lola bahala. It should be really everybody, isang goal, sige, lahat tayo, we're gonna work together kasama yung bata. Okay. Sometimes I see pag nasa clinic, puro mami lang
Yes, importante yan.
So I always say, susunod please, dalhin niyo si daddy kasi, di ba, hindi ka nakikigawa lang.
Tama yun. That's actually correct. Yeah. Saka, sinasabi nga, even in other condition, or even with, halimbawa, may sakit, other condition, pag consistent yung communication within the home, ang successful ng therapy, even sa, anong tawag nito? For example, very familiar ako sa diabetic or something, no? So kailangan consistent lahat ng family. May diabetic ka, your food should actually follow. Maging considerate doon sa diabetic member of the family.
Right.
Kasi hindi pwedeng diabetic ka, pero kami kain ng kain dito. Yan lang sa'yo. Bawal ka nito kasi diabetic ka. Di ba ang hirap? Parang your circle, your innermost circle first, hindi nakakaintindi sa'yo. Yun ang unang-una. Tama yun, Doc, that you've actually mentioned that. Now, if at least you've already medyo solid na yung communication, at least working communication na sa inner circle mo, then you can try expanding dito nga sa mga support group na to.
Yes.
Yung sa ADHD Society of the Philippines, yung stakeholders or yung members nito, mixed ba to? or are you all parents or kumbaga relative of someone with ADHD, or may mga doctors, teachers, nabanggit mo kanina, no?
Oo. Ang support group, ang mga nag-a-attend dyan, parents, at saka mga caregivers, let's say mga lola, lolo, tita, ganyan. Pero as a whole, yung nagpapa-member sa society, let's say, meron kaming mga professionals, mga teachers, doctors, nagpapa-member doon kasi sila din yung nakakatulong sa mga parents. Ayun. So, nagiging official member din sila. At saka yung mga institution, mga schools, mga therapy centers, nagpapa-member din sila.
So pwede din silang maging parang corporate member nung society. So far, itong presence ng society is Metro Manila pa lang ba ngayon?
Oo, sa ngayon, Metro Manila. 2 years ago, 2 lang yung support group nila. Isa sa Quezon City, tsaka sa Las Piñas. Ngayon, siguro mga 1 year na, meron na kaming 6 na group meetings. So, meron kami sa San Juan, sa Mandaluyong. Nakikipag-partner kami sa mga Persons with Disability Affairs Office ng municipality.
Okay, oo,
So,
yun.
we work with them. Oo, kasi nasa kanila yung mga miyembro. Sila kasi yung nag-issue ng mga ID PWD ID. So, nasa kanila yung mga diagnosis. So, from there, dun kami kumukuha ng members.
Okay, matanong ko lang, since you've actually mentioned sa PWD.
Yes.
Ano yan, Doc? Is it sorry, medyo yung pag may ADHD ka ba, is it considered
yes,
it is
disability?
It's a neurobehavioral condition. So by definition, you would qualify under the PWD.
Kasi I'm also asking that kasi alam ko I don't know, hindi lang confirmed, I was parang sa over the radio na parang di ba may mga bill on the benefits
makaka-avail na sa December 23.
Ayun, yun. So tama yun, ma'am. No?
Yung IRR.
Oo, kasi well, kanina ko pa naiisip yung potentially kasi isang barrier sa parent na mag-go into doctor for a therapist. Baka mahal yung treatment.
Intervention. Well,
it is, Doc, no? Sa ngayon.
Mahal ang gamot.
I think kasi that, any type of intervention, whether you're diabetic, hypertensive, there's a cost to everything.
Yes.
So it's really how best we can reach out to each other. Maybe sana may government programs nga for that, and try as much. So anything that we can do to maybe help each other lessen the overall cost is always good.
Yeah. So yun. So hopefully this is itong bagong batas regard discount ba to on medicines, no?
Para siyang sa senior citizen. Yung
so kasali na siya sa 20%.
Pareho sila.
Oh, that's good.
Kunyari ako, 60 years old na ako, tapos diagnosed ako with ADHD. It's either kukuha ako ng senior citizen ID
or PW.
Oo, so, pipili na lang ako.
Pero at least,
pero pareho lang yung discount.
20% is 20%.
Yes.
I mean, sabi ko nga, I'm very familiar with yung ako naman, Doc, sa diabetes na no. Grabe yung when we hear people stories, even yung mga juvenile diabetics, no, that hindi nakakapag-comply na ano na lang, I mean, because mahal ng gamot, especially ang type 1 diabetes na kailangan talaga ng insulin. Like kailangan, otherwise, you won't survive. So ang hirap ng stories na ganun. With this one, somehow it will help. Although more is needed. I know more is needed. Paano yung mga interested if they want to help and reach out? Pag hindi ba ako doktor, hindi ako corporate person, o hindi ako relative or nagki-care ng ADHD, pwede ako magpa-member sa society?
Una, bakit mo gustong magpa-member? Kasi marami kang gustong matutunan. So, pwede ka magpa-member. Kasi baka meron kang gustong tulungan. Diba?
So, anyone pwedeng na-interested and has good intention really to help the
kasi
society.
baka may kaibigan ka, na may anak, na ganyan. Oo, pwede.
Tapos, they just, saan ang office ng society?
Meron kaming Facebook account. So, hanapin lang nila ang ADHD Society of the Philippines public group. I-click lang nila yung join.
Okay.
Yan, oo. So, doon ma-update na sila ng mga activities and programs.
And then kung paano magpa-member.
Yes, oo. Nandun lahat. Oo.
Tapos, yung 'di ba may mga chapters kang sinasabi, San Juan, Las Piñas and all.
Yes, oo.
Ito, usually they regularly meet.
Yes.
Pero wala pang mga centers.
Wala
Sa
kaming
ngayon.
center, oo.
O kaya so, baka may mga mayayaman na nanonood sa atin ha. Pwede kayong mag-donate. Mas maganda kasi there's a physical space for anong tawag nito? Maanuhan natin.
Oo.
Tapos monthly activity na nangyayari.
Yes, every Saturday yon. So pag first Saturday sa Quezon City kami, sa office namin, sa Project 4. Tapos pag second Saturday sa Makati, sa clinic ng isang doctor na pinahiram niya yung clinic niya. So doon kami nagmi-meet.
Okay.
Ayun, second Saturday yon Makati. And then third Saturday, tatlo. Tatlo yung groups namin. Meron sa San Juan, meron sa municipality to ng San Juan, second floor sa conference room. And then meron kami sa LC Gatches, sa DSWD sa Muntinlupa. Tapos meron din kami sa Cainta.
Okay.
Sa isang bahay siya ginaganap. Tapos yung fourth Saturday namin or fifth Saturday, ginagawa siya sa municipality ng Mandaluyong.
Ayun. So at least you get that support from the local government. Yun. Ano ulit yung Facebook, ma'am? Para at least
ADHD Society of the Philippines Public Group.
Ayun, hanapin ninyo ADHD Society of the Philippines. Okay. 5:25 ng hapon. Ayan, meron pa rin tayong oras, so pwede pa rin kayo mag-text o tumawag sa amin dito sa WhatsApp Doc. Kasama pa rin si Dr. Jack Alexander Herin at si Miss Jo Esteban, okay, ng ADHD Society of the Philippines. Doc, ano pa po ba, may mga kailangan pa po bang malaman yung parent ng nakakakita pa lang ng symptoms or parent ng meron ng ADHD kid?
Okay. Well, let's demystify. You were talking about some myths, no? People used to, or maybe people still do, they still think that pag ADHD, likot lang. But to be fair, there are so many students who are very inattentive. Wala nga silang away sa school, but you can see that their grades are not doing as well as, they're not doing as well as they should. Napaka-careless nila, hindi talaga sila organized. Burara nga eh, diba? And this is actually very important too, kasi pag hindi mo naayos rin to, as an adult, you have to organize yourself. Time management, planning, dito sila nahihirapan din. And I think one partner who really should be able to help is the school. Kasi it's also where we have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Kadalasan, malikot. Ay, masamang bata yan. Ay, tamad yan. Ay, ganito yan. But we really want to appeal to the schools that they should actually go a little deeper. They cannot just say na, ay, alam ko malikot yan, therefore, tapos na. Regardless of whether na-diagnose yan or ADHD or hindi, maybe it's time also for them to investigate why is this kid not, parati siyang tumatayo. Malikot lang ba siya? O baka mami, itong bata, he's really having a hard time with his academics. Gumagawa ng paraan talaga para mag-escape ng math o science o Filipino. Usually, this is where I have difficulties in my practice when we hear that their schools do not support or their schools do not accept.
Yeah. And that's where the society comes in.
Yeah. So,
sorry, the school does not accept
children with
yes.
Meron pang ganon?
They don't accept.
Well,
or they're not, ganito na lang. Maybe they're not equipped.
Yes.
But still.
They cannot handle those children.
Alright. O kasi may mga iba nga, di ba,
Yes.
Karamihan
kasi ng ADHD na bata, nasa regular classroom. Ngayon yung ibang magulang, kasi hindi nila afford sa mga private schools. So, nilalagay nila sa public na may SPED center. Ang problema, nakakahalo sila sa ibang disability. So, nagagaya nila. Kasi ang ADHD matatalino sila So, dapat nasa regular classroom sila.
Just to add on to Ma'am Jos, no? It's not just naman na nakakasama nila yung mga ibang children with special needs. But you have to remember that a majority rin of those children with ADHD symptoms are like you and me. They think appropriately. Well, they think pretty well. They can converse very well. And in fact, on the street, you wouldn't be able to tell that they had some concerns. Diba? So sometimes it's not just that, may ginagaya sila, but it's also proper placement. Kung kaya naman nila mag-succeed academically, then they should be given the opportunity to do so. But some just, sometimes they just look at the behavior, tapos na, sorry. We're going to put you in this area where a child who is yearning for knowledge doesn't get the full effect or the full benefit
Kasi
Of
kulang nga
education.
sila ng information about it. No, there's really misinformation. Unfortunately,
Yes.
medyo ganun na. Tas, when you go to, lalo na kung nasa public school ka, and then, kailangan, not to it's really lack of information eh. Kasi even yung sinasabi, pinag-uusapan pa natin kanina na parang yung society natin, parang culturally, parang sinasabi, hindi, malikot lang yan. Or ano lang yan, galaw-gaw lang yan. Or tatahimik din yan eventually pag lumaki. Di ba? Or, naku, hindi ito nadidisiplina ng magulang. Di ba? So, magulang pa minsan ang no. Pag-usapan pa natin yan on how we can actually, hopefully, reach out to more, especially parents and the kids, especially the kids. Now with
One of our
special needs.
programs, yung school caravan. Oo. Naghahanap kami ng mga sponsors, especially nakikipag-coordinate kami sa mayor. Sila yung mag-a-arrange ng venue. And sila din yung mag-i-invite ng participants. So kami, more on sa speakers kami, mga
Sige,
experts.
ma'am, pag-usapan natin yan. Magbabalik po na ang What's Up, Doc?
8 Media Pro Incorporated.
This is 8 TV.
Uy, si Miss. Unang tingin pa lang, puti na. Kinis pa.
Nag-Myra Vita White Hand and Body Lotion kasi. May vitamin E beads and natural plant extracts that help nourish skin deep inside for a healthy white glow. Puti at kinis,
Ay!
hanggang malapitan.
Yala na.
Healthy white glow sa Myra Vita White Lotion. Yan ang alagang holistic by Myra.
Trusted quality healthcare. Unilab yan.
Great things often come from humble beginnings. In 1995, Aquabest was established with the simple vision of an Aquabest store in every community. Driven by passion and commitment, and guided by its vision, Aquabest soared to be the leader in its industry. Through the years, many things has changed. New ideas flourished as Aquabest went ahead and forged new ground, reinventing the way we see and experience water through technology. From a single store, Aquabest can now be found everywhere in the country. And now, a new chapter is ready to be written. New communities and trends may come, but in the end, the vision remains the same.
Guys, malilibre ako! Anong choice nyo?
Choose mo to! Choose mo to!
Zesto Fruit Soda?
Refreshing your fruity because it's the only fruit soda made with real fruit juices of Dalandan, Calamansi, and Pomelo. Gawa para sa panlasang Pinoy. Kaya choose mo to!
Guys, manilibre ako! Anong choice nyo?
Zesto Fruit Soda! Choose mo to!
Zesto Fruit Soda. Choose mo to!
This program is brought to you by 8 Media Pro Incorporated.
Okay. Nagbabalik ang What's Up, Doc? Oo, medyo maganda yung aming usapan off the air. Kasi, just any of the, parang isa sa mga disability, mas hindi mo alam, no? Mas hindi mo natitreat ng tama. Doc, may data ba tayo sa Pilipinas nung parang like any other halimbawa disability or may parang prevalence or something ng nasa Pilipinas nito?
8%.
8%.
Kahit ang government walang exact data.
Okay.
Kahit ang mga municipalities walang exact data.
More or less, the 8% is what? Working
8%
figure?
ang ADHD. Kasi makikita mo sa sa pag-aaral siya. Kasi mga nagsusurvey, mga estudyante. Yan. So, dun siya nakuha. Pero yung eksakto na sasabihin mo ADHD, hindi mo masasabi.
Diagnose lang yan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oo, meron pang other na hindi.
Oo. Kasi karamihan sa ID, Hindi ADHD nilalagay learning disability. So hindi mo masasabi ilan ang ADHD kaya walang exact data ng ADHD.
So it could be more.
Yeah.
It could be more.
Kasi yung iba hindi nga dinadala naman sa doktor, 'di ba? So lalo kung it could parang ano yan, kung mas marami, mas hindi na anuhan ng tama, no? Paano ba sila makakatulong? If of course, at the end of the day, we're hoping that the government funds, sinasabi nga natin kanina, mas more teachers, mas SPED teachers. Tama, no?
Yes.
Who are actually dapat trained to take care of the special needs of these kids.
Just to maybe not necessarily, well, yes, SPED teachers, but education for all teachers.
Ayun.
Ayoko lang na yung tipong yung regular teacher, ADHD or whatever,
SPED.
Ito ka na sa SPED. Hindi, everyone should have the education na, children with special needs are children nonetheless. They need the same compassion, they need the same attention, they need the same care from all teachers. 'Di ba? You don't just pass them off because hindi ko inaral yan, hindi ko alam yan. No, you still give the same amount of effort and compassion to each child. So maybe yan. We talked about awareness and empowerment. You want a better future for the children with ADHD, then let's make it in such a way that the teachers are aware, they can do something about it. Parents do not feel that the teachers are not helping. Ang teachers, ganito. If the teachers are aware, it cannot be na, pag nagkaroon na rin ako ng sarili kong ganyan, di ganun din. Hindi pwedeng ganun eh. Everyone has to have compassion. You were talking about it kanina, puso. Di ba? Regardless. Hindi dapat mas maraming SPED teacher only. Hindi, all teachers should be made aware that it is quite possible na you will handle sooner or later how best to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sa support group, karamihan doon ng problema yun nga, hindi sila na-handle yung anak nila. So what we did, naging member kami ng Subcommittee on Education sa National Council on Disability Affairs. Kasama namin din yung head ng DepEd, head ng CHED, at lahat ng mga government organization. So, nung nababrought up namin lahat ng issues ng parents, so ang plano ngayon ng CHED at ng DepEd, magkaroon ng training at dadagdagan ang units ng mga teacher na dapat mag-upgrade pa rin sila.
Sana,
yes.
Yeah.
Oo. So, sa ngayon, i-work out daw yun.
Okay, kasi yun importante.
Yes.
Naano ko yun because I grew up in the province eh. I studied sa public school and usually ganyan parang hindi naman yan habang nag-uusap tayo biglang nagre-reminisce ako na parang nung kids minsan you see in public school walang pakialam talaga yung teacher kahit ang nangyayari what they do pinagagalitan yung estudyante yung pupil and then pag hindi pa rin pasaway pa rin they call the parents. Ang gagawin din ng parents, pagagalitan din yung anak.
Oo.
'Di ba? So, it's a cycle. Tapos na talagang nakaka-adversely affect dun sa development ng tao, ng bata, no? Lalong hindi nakakatulong because yung self-esteem and then even yung stigma because tumatatak yun lalo na sa mga bata from elementary, di ba? Even when you have an alumni homecoming, si ano yan? Yung ano yan, di ba? Nung classmate natin na pasaway. Naku, yung malikot yan, yung something yan. So it's really something na kailangan masikas. And that's one good thing.
Yeah.
Doc, tanong lang, ito, curious question. Gaano ba karami ang mga kagaya mong developmental pediatrician sa Pilipinas?
I think right now we're numbering siguro approximately mga 50. Sa buong Pilipinas.
Buong Pilipinas na yan.
Right.
Usually in major cities.
Yes.
In major cities. Well, anyway, sabi nga, ang daming physicians. Pediatricians. Yun, kahit sa other towns naman may mga pediatricians. So the first line is really to go there, then ask their pediatricians. And hopefully, their pediatricians will get in touch with doon sa specialist kagaya ni Dr. Jack, no? Para at least maano na to. And it's really hope, no? With our programs, definitely we raise awareness. We raise awareness of this yung ADHD and other developmental
conditions.
Yeah, yun. I'm trying to get the proper So term yung conditions kasi, the best way para sa akin naman, this is a personal take na parang the best way we can do is to be informed on how to actually take care of these family members or loved ones, di ba? Because at the end of the day, we want them to be productive di ba? And they parang it's the biggest help we can give them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Di ba? Okay. Any other things? Meron ba kayong kailangang i-plug activities kailangan natin?
Yun lang, ang aking announcement lang ay para dun sa mga magulang na sa tingin nila may ganun silang symptoms na sa sinabi ni Dr. Jack, mag-attend po kayo ng support group dun sa binigay kong mga locations. So, makakatulong po kami sa inyo. Yun po.
So just go to the ADHD Society
Yes.
of the
Public group.
Philippines. Public group.
Yes.
Wag yung mga private group. Baka lang yun, kopya-kopya. Alam niyo naman, minsan sa Facebook,
Yes.
Sometimes you don't get to anong tawag nito, hindi mo na minsan matatrust. Mabuti yung public group. That's an open group.
Yes,
At least everything is transparent. Yung gusto magkipag-in touch at gustong maging member, pwede rin ganun. So they'll just message, mag-message lang doon sa Facebook.
Marami doon nagsasabi ng mga problema And ang mga sumasagot, mga admin. Yes.
Kung kung they're not here in Metro Manila,
alright,
anong mga resources nila? Paano sila yung mga nakikinig sa atin sa other parts of the country? May mga resources ba na papupuntahan nila to get more information about ADHD?
Okay, well, ang hirap kasi na-Google mo lang lahat, diba? But ideally kasi, one of course is the ADHD Society of the Philippines, diba? I guess it goes for any illness. Everyone will look it up in Google, but I guess it's always, you try to go to the sites that maybe universities or schools. Maybe those are the more reliable ones.
NIH or NHI ba yan?
Ang hirap pag-blog
Yes.
To be fair, they do give information, but at least you have to be very objective about these things. Hindi pwedeng Wikipedia.
Because it's user-generated.
Right. I belong to the PSDBP, which is the Philippine Society for Developmental and Behavioral Pediatrics. As much as possible, we have 4 training institutions, and we're trying to bring developmental pediatricians all around the Philippines. I mean, we have Northern, Central Luzon, Southern Tagalog, Visayas, and Mindanao, and we're trying to get our members around. And the first thing really is just if you need to get in contact with us, also you go through your I guess the bigger hospitals there and ask. I'm pretty sure we're going to be represented there also. Diba?
Pero yung mga centers nyo, Doc, dito, anong mga hospitals ito?
Okay, of course there's the Medical City. It has a training program, the Philippine General Hospital, and the Philippine Children's Medical Center,
PCMC.
And of course sa Southern Tagalog, I believe it's in Lasal.
Okay.
Alright. PSDBP, our contact number actually is 434-3946. That's the landline. Syempre, it's not that sasagot kaagad to each and every request, but you might be able to help ask for some of our clinic addresses or maybe to get in touch with us.
Importante, first take is information. Get the right information.
Yes.
Yun ang pinaka-importante.
Biyaad din pala ako.
Sige, ma'am.
Ang ADHD Society, kami yung nagre-refer sa mga deathbeds. Kasi karamihan na nagpupunta sa amin, may problema lang sila sa anak nila. So, tinatanong nila, ano ho ba yung anak ko? ADHD ba? So, sasabihin namin, i-refer namin sila sa developmental pediatrician.
So, parang first line din minsan kayo, no? Kasi aside from the pediatrician, so parang nagiging first line din kayo. Pag may gustong open ba ang ADHD Society na halimbawa taga Cebu ako, and then gusto kong magtayo doon or we want to form a group there, paano pa ngayon? O Metro Manila muna?
Sa ngayon, Metro Manila.
Because of the control.
Yes po, opo. Kasi mahirap na po, baka hindi natin alam baka kung anong
yung governance din kasi nung but hopefully eventually we can have several groups across the country kasi what's needed here in Metro Manila is actually needed also in other areas. In fact, baka mas
Yeah.
grabe pa.
Oo.
Because,
We
anong
will
tawag
try to
nito?
work it out this year, next year.
At hopefully, no, may mga mababait at mabubuting loob who can actually continue
Yeah.
to grow. And schools, no, mga schools na who can be part of the ADHD Society para sila na rin yung parang merong nag-initiate na matrain lahat ng teachers nila.
Yun nga, yung kanina sinasabi ko, meron kaming isang program, yung School Caravan. So we partner with the government,
Okay.
yung mga municipalities. So mag-i-invite sila ng public school teachers, mga barangay health workers, mga daycare teachers. Ayun. So ito yung mga participants sa School Caravan. Tapos parents. Tapos
How often-
ang mga speakers namin, mga developmental pediatricians, psychiatrists, sped teachers.
How often do you conduct the caravan? Monthly meron ba to or
Hindi siya monthly. Sa ngayon, kasi kailangan namin yung funding. And ang mga government, ngayon, hindi sila nagbibigay ng financial support. Tapos ang mga munisipyo naman din, may mga budget. Tapos minsan hindi nila yun nabibigyan ng So kami as a society, kami na lang yung naghahanap ng mag-sponsor para lang magkaroon ng school caravan. Ayun.
Okay. Sige. So, okay, bati-bati muna tayo, no? Konting break. Hello ulit sa ating mga viewers ng ating FB live stream. Kay Miss Bambi Ham, maraming salamat. Miss Jeanette Layar, hello po. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig at panonood sa amin. Ngayon, sa WhatsApp, Doc, ako'y pansamantalang humahalili kay Miss Avi De Vierte. At, syempre, bago tayo magpasalamat kila Dr. Jack at kila Miss Jo, Doc, message mo things that yung mga nanonood sa atin na yun should remember.
Okay. For me, this has always been about awareness and empowerment. We as parents, we love our children. I think that's a given. So we want the best for them. We want to do everything right by them. And I guess the best way to do right by your child is to sometimes look beyond, yung ego mismo ng parent. We also want to be good parents, and understand that maybe our children do have some difficulties. You don't even have to think of it as sakit. You don't even have to think it as a condition. May issue, may concern that we have to deal with. Kasi once you can look beyond all that and say na, yes, meron akong kailangan asikasuhin pa sa anak ko, then the door will be open to you getting the right, assistance. If you always feel na, hindi, titiisin ko yan, or, hindi, walang problema yan, sabi kasi na, ganito lang yan. We've had parents who feel, one parent or the other feels na they're not moving. Why? Kasi wala, I don't receive financial support because feeling nila wala namang problema, or we can't move because I want to move pero si ganito ayaw. It's really an effort by the family to see na this child needs something, let's give it to him, give it to her. It's a family effort. Diba? In the end, we can only give opportunities to our children. We still need the child to work on her own. Pero if you can't even give the opportunities because, you feel na, bakit pa? Wala namang issue yung anak ko. Di stuck din yung bata.
And, well, it's an unfortunate condition or parang status pag mas stuck at wala kang support. Ma'am, before we start yung nag-start tayo ng program, you said you're part of this because someone you love is actually may ADHD.
I have a son na-diagnose siya 13 years old. Ayun, meron siyang comorbidities. Hindi lang siya ADHD pero meron pa siyang isa, depression. Ayun. So nag-medicate naman siya. Sa ngayon okay na siya.
Okay.
Na-manage niya na yung sarili niya.
So yun, as a parent, as a parent with a son na may ADHD, anong mensahe mo sa mga viewers natin and listeners? So most probably have kids or family member na may ganun.
Yeah, at first, ako masasabi ko yung sa akin lang. At first, in denial ako. Kaya, kumbaga, I'm learning the harder way. Kasi, sinasabi ko, wala, okay lang yan, okay lang. Pero nung tumatagal na, ako na yung nahihirapan. So sa akin, kaya rin ako advocate ng society. Kasi, gusto ko sabihin sa mga magulang na sa atin magsisimula yung pagbabago. Hindi yung anak natin yung mag-a-adjust sa atin. Ang kailangan ng anak natin, intindihin sila, tanggapin sila, protektahan sila. So as a parent, ako ang unang nagbago. Yun.
Ikaw muna.
Yes.
Starts with you.
Yes.
Okay. And then, kung ano mo yung
Kasi
effort
sabi
na.
nga, you cannot give what you don't have. So kung ako sa sarili ko, hindi ko tanggap yung sarili ko na, 'di ba, marami akong issues. So kung tanggap ko na yung sarili ko, mahal ko yung sarili ko, yun din yung pwede ko ibigay sa anak ko.
Yun.
Yes.
Okay. So yun. Tapos as a society, anong tawag nito? So anong tawag nito? Sorry. Biglang naano ako dun sa mensahe sa parents, no?
Yes.
As a society, so patuloy ang pagtulong, pag-reach out ng society to them.
Oo.
Sige. Doc, meron ka mga babatiin? na mga nakikinig at natunood sa atin? Or baka merong mga activities o may mga announcements ka from your end?
Well, nothing right now. Hello to everyone out there. Good evening.
Sa clinic, saan ka nakiklinik, doctor? Yun, baka yung oras, time na lang ng clinic mo and
Well, I practice kasi at Cardinal Santos and I do have a clinic in Bulacan, sa Malolos. But, like I was telling Miss Jo, I represent the society. If it's good to, if you need a developmental pediatrician, please call our society. We'll be able to put you in touch with the one who is closest to you. Diba? So our landline is 434-3946. And as much as possible, we'll try to answer all of your queries. Ang hirap.
Pero at least there's someone na pwedeng matawagan.
Right.
Sabihin ko lang isang quotation ng ADHD.
Sige,
Every child with ADHD is understood, protected, and cared for.
Ayun. Yun ang mahalaga. Okay. Ma'am, baka may babatiin ka? Yung mga nanonood, sabi mo, yung mga
opo. Actually, pinost ko siya sa Facebook. So, maraming nanonood ngayon na members ng Facebook ng ADHD Society.
Ayun, hello po sa inyo. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Meron pa tayong konting oras, no? So, announce muna tayo ng konti, no? Para naman sa mga, many programs of A-Try Media, kung gusto nyo malaman ng schedule at yung mga past episodes ng A-Try Media programs, pwede kayo magpunta sa www.atrymedia.com. Ulitin natin yan, 8, trymedia.com. Pwede nyo rin i-like ang aming Facebook page, facebook.com/8trymedia. Or if you have the Facebook account app, pwede nyo i-type doon 8trymedia. Mapapanood nyo yung mga live stream natin, kagaya ngayon ng WhatsApp Doc. We're currently live streaming via FB. At pwede din sa YouTube. Punta kayo sa 8 Trymedia, 8 space Trymedia. Yan yung YouTube channel natin. Follow din nyo kami sa Instagram at 8trymedia at Twitter 8trymedia. Sa ating mga tagapakinig at tagapanood, maya-maya pong 7 p.m. Makakasama nyo po ulit ako sa aking regular na programa dito sa 8Try Media, ang Angat Pinoy. So, samahan nyo po ako mamaya, no? Pag-uusapan naman natin ang online selling. So medyo ibang ibang aspeto. So we'll talk about meron tayong mga in-invite na guests who will talk about their experience and stories and success sa pagbebenta online. At ano yung mga dapat yung tandaan o tingnan para talagang ano yung dapat yung tingnan sa online seller para kayo magtiwala. Gagaya ng topic natin ngayon, kailangan information muna.
Right.
Dapat kailangan hindi mo kasi, you don't see the person, unlike yung pupunta ka sa store tapos bibili ka. Minsan nga maloloko ka pa kahit physical store na yon, di ba? Lalong-lalo na pag online, di ba? Tapos syempre abangan nyo kami ni Dr. Cecil Katapang tuwing Thursdays naman sa Clinica on Air. So kagaya nung programa ni Miss Avi na What's Up Doc, sa Clinica on Air we also discuss several medical conditions at si Doktora Katapang ang ating main host and then ako ay co-host na and I put ako yung medyo layman doon. Ako yung nagtatanong. Minsan kasi pag doctor to doctor yung nag-uusap, medyo tumitechnical sila minsan. Sabi ko, Doc, ano po bang ibig sabihin yan? So abangan nyo yan. At syempre lahat ng programa ng 8Try Media. Okay? So yun, bati-bati po ulit. Meron pa rin nag-message sa atin dito sa FB at bilang meron pa tayong konting nalalabing oras, no? Mahaba-haba din ang pinag-usapan natin, no? 1.5 hours tayo. Hello din po kay Miss Ann Ramos Pabilin, Marilyn Radana. Ayan. Hello po sa inyo. At patuloy pong mag-like at mag-share ng mga posts sa A-Try Media sa ating page. Dahil pwede ho kayong manalo ng mga papremyo, di ba? So nakikita nyo sa page namin, may mga nagki-claim dito sa A-Try Media office. At yun yung mga nag-like at nag-share ng ating mga show, no? Maliban sa potential manalo kayo, pwede pang ma-share ninyo. Lalong-lalo na po itong programa ngayon, no? You share this please on your Facebook page. Kasi yung usapan natin can potentially help somebody who might actually need the information on ADHD. Diba? So makakatulong. Natulungan nyo yung sarili nyo, pwedeng manalo. At natulungan nyo rin po ang ibang tao. Ayan. So ilang araw na nga lang ba bago mag-Christmas? 17? 8 days?
8 days na lang.
8 days? Nako, Doc, hanggang kailan ang clinic mo na lang?
23.
Si 23. Masipag si doktor. Kasi yung iba kong kilalang doctor friends, no, sabi ko hanggang kayo mag-clinic. Hanggang, ano ba ngayon? Saturday, kahapon na lang daw. Bakit? Magbabakasyon na muna.
Actually,
diba?
Si Doc nag-cancel ng schedule just for this guesting.
Ako, Doc, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat. Alam mo, we need more doctors like you.
Oo, we need.
Dahil hahanapan ko nga ng wala dito yung aking palakpakan para kay doktor. Para lang, of course, and even you, ma'am. I mean, it takes courage to do these things. And then kasi ikaw muna yun Kailangan maano mo muna yung issue within yourself, and then you share it with the rest. So for the rest na nanonood if these people can do it, then definitely you can also do it. Diba? Yun ang kailangan natin. Okay? Ba? Meron pa talaga tayong oras. Okay. So, ang susunod nating programa naman ayan, may nakikita ko na yung susunod nating mga programs. Ito mga kabataan naman at mga masaya ang susunod natin na programa. So, abangan po ninyo yan at kami po ay inyong napapakinggan sa DCRJ 8:10 AM sa inyong mga talapahitan. Ayun, 8:10. So, okay, tinitingnan ko po yung binigay ninyo na wala ho bang mga online ganito na nakapost online o meron ito sa inyong page?
Sa Facebook, meron po.
Ayan, ma-share po namin yan.
Yes,
sana i-share po natin yan yung page para at least marami na information na ito. Maganda ito kasi this is actually simple at talagang pwede nilang mas maintindihan ng mas malinaw. Yes. So, nakasulat dito kasi yung mga kailangan ma-check in symptoms of inattention, symptoms of hyperactivity, at okay, pati may diagnostic criteria na rin pala dito sa likod, no? So yun, puntahan niyo yung page ng ADHD Society of the Philippines. Public group.
Yes.
Public group.
Yes.
So group po siya, okay? Para at least panood nyo or makita nyo, rather, mabasa nyo. Ma'am.
Yes.
Greetings pa. Christmas greetings naman.
Okay. Sa mga nakikinig na aming mga board of advisors.
Ayun.
Nandito po kami ni Dr. Jack para ipagpatuloy yung nasimulan ninyo. Kasi yung mga founders nito, meron din kasi silang family member. Actually, isa sa founder nito is isang developmental pediatrician.
Okay.
Si Dr. Marie Aranstein, isa sa founder.
Kailan ba nagsimula nga pala yung if I may ask?
2000.
So year 2000,
Yes,
16 years.
Yes. We just had our national conference last October.
And more has to be done.
Yes,
diba? Marami pang kailangan. Ako I'm wishing na parang may mga commercially ba may mga may mga commercial partners na rin na tumutulong sa inyo?
Sa ngayon nga wala. Wala.
So yun ang pinapanawagan natin, no?
Yes,
Sana merong mga commercial partners kasi like yung mga Psoriasis Society, may mga commercial partners na yan kaya nakakapag-conduct na sila ng medyo malalaking event. So therefore the awareness is Sige, sa pamamagitan namin dito sa A-Try Media sa programa, sa mga programa ko, we'll try to continuously kumatok, no? Sa mga potential commercial partners para ito kasi parang akala ng iba something it's kasi kulang yung information.
Yes, oo. Kasi pagka magkaroon ka ng awareness. Siyempre, yung mga inviting mong speaker, hindi naman sila libre. Kasi professional sila. So, yun. Kaya kami kailangan ng funding.
Sige.
Yes, oo.
Gagawin natin yan, no?
Oo.
We will constantly announce even on our medical show every Thursday.
Oo.
So,
Kasi we want to reach out sa grassroots, sa barangays. Oo, dun talaga maraming problema.
Kasi
they
even
can't
dapat
afford.
barangay
Yes.
health workers, dapat they should be
Yes.
knowledgeable about
Yes
this.
po.
ano?
Mm-mm.
So, yun, isang magandang talakayan at very, very useful, very, very informational at kumbaga, malaking silbi yun sa mga kung parents man kayo o may kapatid man kayo o may pinsan na nakikitaan ng mga ganitong symptoms. Then, ulitin po natin yun, no? Sinabi nila doctors that first, you have to accept and, empower yourself to accept na merong ganyang kumbaga need.
Yes.
Okay, ang inyong loved one, and then work sa family, and then go to your pediatrician at sabihin ito, okay, para at least bigyan ng solution, proper and appropriate solution.
Kasi po yung ADHD, ito yung mukha ng bata. What if hindi siya nabigyan ng intervention? Pag naging adult na siya, sila na yung pwedeng maging drug addict.
Potentially,
Yes.
di ba? Kasi,
Oo.
dahil may mga needs na hindi
Yes,
na-satisfy or hindi na tama.
Yes, oo.
Alright. So yun, maraming salamat. Doctor, I really appreciate this
Thank you for
time.
having us over.
Maraming salamat, Dr. Jack. Alexander Herin, maraming salamat. And Miss Jo Esteban, ADHD Society of the
Yes,
Philippines.
thank you.
Ayan, so yan po ang isa na namang hapon ng What's Up Doc. Ako muli si Ryan George, sumahalili kay Miss Avi De Vierte hanggang sa susunod na Sabado at maya-maya po kita tayo sa Angat Pinoy. Maraming salamat.
DZRJ 810 Radio Bandido, naghahatid ng balita at impormasyon sa bawat